In response to this year's seasonal epidemic in 2020, Sunten, Taiwan has been licensed by the Ministry of Health and Welfare to manufacture a product called RespireAid. RespireAid is a product that has been developed in a combined effort with the Tri-Service General Hospital and the National Research Institute of Chinese Medicine. RespireAid is a formulation comprised of 10 important Chinese herbal medicinals. Together, they can release the exterior, clear the lungs, clear heat, detoxify, open and soothe the chest, dispel phlegm, downbear qi, and harmonize the stomach. The key ingredients include Yuxingxiao or Hutinia, Banlangan or Asatis root, and Scoot, which is called Huangqin. RespireAid also can help treat the disease in certain aspects of the body where a seasonal affliction is thought to enter through the nose, go into the throat, and then finally work its way down into the respiratory system. Herbs like Yuxingxiao and Mentha, Boha are thought to have their specific medicinal effects in those specific regions of the body. RespireAid has been developed partly from the lessons learned from the SARS epidemic 17 years ago in Taiwan, as well as from the knowledge that traditional Chinese medicine has learned throughout the ages treating multiple pandemics and epidemics. RespireAid can be used throughout all the different stages of an illness associated with a seasonal epidemic. It can be used as a preventative measure, and it can also be used in the recovery stage following an illness if there are still lingering symptoms. Of course, it can be used during the active stages of an illness, but its use is dose dependent, meaning we can use a milder dose of RespireAid for milder symptoms and for prevention, and we must use a more aggressive, higher dosage of RespireAid for the more serious symptoms. We do use caution in women while they're pregnant and while they're breastfeeding, as well as in children who have a chronic disease. We should avoid taking it with icy cold food and drinks, greasy foods, and spicy cold food and drinks. And also we should avoid ingesting it within 2 hours of taking other medications.
Hello, doctor. Who developed RespireAid?
RespireAid was developed in a concerted effort between Tri-Service General Hospital and the National Research Institute of Chinese Medicine, as well as Sunten, Taiwan, who manufactures it.
How was it developed?
RespireAid has been developed in a combination of traditional Chinese medical theory as well as the lessons learned from the SARS epidemic 17 years ago.
Is it licensed?
Yes, RespireAid has been licensed by the Ministry of Health and Welfare.
How many herbs are in it?
There are 10 medicinal herbs in RespireAid.
What is the formula's therapeutic actions?
RespireAid's therapeutic actions include release the exterior, clear the lungs, clear heat and detoxify, open and soothe the chest, dispel phlegm, downbear qi, and harmonize the stomach.
How does it help in the early stages?
In the early stages of a seasonal epidemic, it is thought that the pathogens will enter the body through the nose and the throat, in the upper portion of the body, or at the exterior of the body. Herbs in RespireAid such as Fangfeng, Siler, and Jingjie Schizonopedia can help release the exterior, and herbs like mentha leaf can help address the pathogenic factor at the upper portion of the body.
Do the herbs help to address the illness in a certain body region?
Yes, RespireAid targets the area of the nose, throat, and the lungs.
Did Taiwan's experience with the SARS epidemic 17 years ago contribute to the development of RespireAid?
Yes, it did. 17 years ago, Taiwan treated the SARS epidemic effectively using traditional Chinese medicine, and the lessons that they learned during that time have contributed greatly to RespireAid.
How about Chinese medical history?
Chinese medical history has largely been developed in a response to numerous pandemics and epidemics throughout the history.
At what stage can a person use RespireAid?
RespireAid can be used in all stages of the disease. It can be used in the preventative stage, it can be used in the recovery stage if there's lingering symptoms, and it can be used throughout the active infection as well.
How do you use it during the different stages of the illness?
We use it depending on the dosage. So we give a smaller dosage when we're using as a prevention measure, and we use a smaller dosage in mild symptoms, but we increase the dosage more aggressively during more severe aspects of the disease.
Will there be any side effects of the RespireAid?
So far, there have been no side effects or adverse events reported.
Is there any cautions when taking RespireAid?
Yes, we should use caution while giving it to women during a pregnancy and while they're breastfeeding. And we should also use caution giving it to children who have a chronic illness. And we should avoid giving it and taking it with icy cold food and drinks, spicy cold food and drinks, and greasy food. And we also need to make sure that it's ingested at least 2 hours after taking other medications.
During seasonal change, people easy to get influenza. Is it okay to take RespireAid?
Yes, as long as the symptoms match the formula, it's okay to take it. I hope that you all stay safe and be healthy through these uncertain times.